Welcome to the first of several virtual experiences highlighting exemplary practices of alternative ed across the country. My name is Coby Davis and I serve as the principal of Archer Learning Center in Springdale, Arkansas. We're going to share with you some things that are happening in our building and some of the great things occurring here in Arkansas and highlight the exemplary practices that we feel like we've excelled in.
We sing our song to thee, to our colors blue and green, forever with our family at our school called ALC. So we sing our alma mater, where they help us reach our goals, where we're given second chances at this place that we call home. We come from SHS, HAR-BER High and SOI. We represent all of Springdale. All hail to our Archer Learning Center, where we can be our best. So we sing our alma mater, where they help us reach our goals, where we're given second chances at this place that we call home.
At Archer, leadership is about empowering other people to be part of the process. And that's why we have a leadership team that is composed of administrators, instructional facilitators, our school counselor, as well as teachers from each different content area. We come together to discuss the needs of our students, projects and initiatives going on in our building, and discuss what we can do to make Archer better. We take feedback from each other, we bounce ideas off of each other, and discuss what we're hearing, the climate of the building, what students are talking about, and what we can do to make Archer great. Professional learning communities are also an integral part of what we do at Archer. Teachers come together and discuss data from curriculum. They look at common assessments and what they're doing in the classroom, how they're making lesson plans that will be applicable for our students. Another component of the professional learning community is to discuss data from behavior referrals and to look at strategies that we're using to determine if they're valid and do they work, and what can we do to work with our demographic to help them make better choices on a day-to-day basis. During our leadership meetings, we have breakout committees that focus on specific areas so that we don't overwhelm each other with the task at hand. Committees are also an important part of Archer Learning Center. We have teacher leaders that lead different committees to focus on different initiatives and report back to our leadership team with their progress and to ask for what additional supports and resources they might need to make those projects successful in our building.
I would describe the principal and the assistant principal and the other staff members, I would describe them funny. Sometimes they can be like real disciplined, they can be serious, but yeah, I would describe them funny and just good people.
Say the principals and the teachers over here care about us. Just they help us a lot.
How do they help you a lot?
They help us with our like if we're not going to class, they tell us, school is important, for our future.
I would describe the staff as good people, especially the teachers. They really care about their students, and it goes to show that they do. Especially Mr. Rhodes, he was a teacher I could talk to when I was feeling really sad or something. Miss Ashman was really good at support too.
The principals here, Dr. Davis and Ms. Davis, have been very polite to me. I feel always welcome to walk into their office. Due to the school board meeting, they were very supportive of me and had faith in me. I was glad I got to be chosen by them. And so far, they've been great.
Well, I had a lot of positive experiences, but one that always happens every day is when Ms. Ray always helped me with my ingenuity. It's like a program where it helps you with your credits.
Well, Mrs. Ashelman, my teacher here at Archer, she has voted me in to be student council representative for her class, and I've also been voted to be DECA leader from Mr. William, my other teacher. here at Archer, so I'll be involved with those. I would like to be involved with the Christian club, but I will be busy with DECA and student council. Maybe I'll be able to slip in one of those classes, but so far so good.
I had a positive experience with Mr. Rhodes whenever he helped me like get through like a little episode I was having, and I was just like really stressed out, and he just helped me like take it one step at a time, and he was like, just calm down, and it actually helped. It did a lot.
Miss Mayhem would help me stay in class, would help me stay in task. And Mr. French helped me find some opportunities. They encouraged me to do my work more, to stay in task, to always attend in school.
A couple of teachers here nominated me for Student of the Month, and I appreciate that.
Talk to my teachers and they're good, but everyone's friendly here. Like all the teachers are really nice. Like they'll talk to you like, hey, have a good day, and they're just all really nice. They don't even have to know you, and they'll just talk to you.
I've had a lot of great experiences with people or teachers here at Archer. They seem to always keep me on track. Like if I mess up, they'll go back and support me. If I get frustrated, they'll walk me through it and calm me down. So everyone here seems to be supportive of my education.
I say Archer is like a really good school because like it helps you a lot if you like have bad credits. So like I'm here for bad credits, and they have this program called Ingenuity. It helps you, and you can stay after school for seat time. What's it called? Seat time to make up your work and all. But compared to my last school, I didn't really do a lot of work because some of the teachers wouldn't, really give us like good instructions. So I just decided to not do any work. But ever since I came to Archer, my attitude, all that, I became responsible because the teachers over here, they help you a lot. They actually care about you, and they'll motivate you to, come to school every day.
How have they supported me? They supported me in many ways. They supported me in helping me like do my work. They supported me mentally, physically. They helped me in many ways and supported me in many ways. One was Mr. Frank. He's helped me find many opportunities out in the world whenever school ends, whenever I finish school. Miss Pumley helped me and helped me find out some stuff about computers and other stuff.
Archer is fortunate to have adequate staffing to ensure students are successful. Community partners also contribute personnel that enhance the academic and social experience for students. In addition to our 22 teachers, we have 2 administrators, 2 instructional facilitators, a school resource officer, 4 instructional assistants, 2 secretaries, a registrar, a technical assistant, and a complete cafeteria staff. We also have 3 staff members through our partnership with area mental health providers. Professional development has been vital in preparing staff to navigate challenging situations. Outside of state requirements, Archer develops the majority of professional development opportunities in collaboration with community members and partners that best meets the needs of our student population. A significant component of professional development is increasing Archer's staff capacity to implement restorative practices when interacting with students. Our mental health providers also have tailored trainings to meet the individual needs of the alternative teacher. The focus for such trainings have included trauma-informed response, teacher self-care, and conscious discipline. Our partners are also instrumental in supporting our efforts to meet the needs of our student population. We are so thankful that our community partners help students connect their classroom experiences with the corresponding professions and what next steps are needed upon graduation. Together, we ensure every student has a thorough plan before entering the workforce or enrolling in higher education.
principal, one of the staff member named Mr. Terrell. He's very patient. He gives you a lot of chances multiple times. And so it's Ms. Davis and Dr. Davis. Like every staff member here has a lot of patience. At least what I've witnessed, they have a lot of patience. So
My teachers have supported me by walking through steps in math, mainly the math department. When I get frustrated with problems I can't, they believe in me and they tell me that I can do it. So they're always supporting me with what I've been dealing with.
I think the teachers here, they've gone through things themselves to be able to have sympathy or empathy for other students. They know what we've been through and they can kind of relate to what we've been to, and they can just help us out in a different way, you know?
Teachers here at Archer that I'm not in their class, they have supported me. They enjoy talking to me as I enjoy talking to them. They hear that I've done improvements here at Archer sometimes, and they'll applaud me or say good job, or instead of high fives, give me an elbow. So I feel appreciated here at Archer.
my experience here with my teachers in this facility is amazing. It's like a positive environment. Yeah, they can get strict and everything sometimes, but that's just how it is in every school, and it's just a fun moment.
The teachers here actually put up with me when I get frustrated. They walk me through it, while at other schools I could hardly get my teacher's attention to help me walk through the process. So I'm glad they actually pay attention to me and the needs that I need for class and to get through class.
When I used to go to like Springdale High School, I didn't get along with any of my teachers. Like, I didn't get along with any of them. I wouldn't want to show up to school because I just didn't understand anything. And whenever I'd ask for help, they wouldn't help me. Like, at least not the way that I needed to be helped. It was just, but now that I came here and I see that they want to see me graduate, they want to put effort into me.
Supporting the social and emotional well-being of our students is extremely important to us here at Archer. We utilize an array of support services for our students. We provide traditional counseling through our school counselor, Mr. French. As you would see in a traditional school, we're looking at the academic advising, career and college planning. We're doing credit checks with him, but Mr. French is so much more. He even has experience in mental health prior to coming with us here at Archer, and so he's able to sometimes assess needs as needed and help reach out to other resources when applicable. Our district also is pretty fortunate to have employed several social workers throughout Northwest Arkansas that comes and actually works for our school, and so Archer has a social worker that is assigned to us to help support our students. We also have family liaisons, a couple of them who really work with families and parents, supporting them, making sure they're connected with the right resources as well. They also are our voice and our eyes and ears at court, so they do a lot of advocacy for students when they're involved in the legal system. Counseling has also allowed us to kind of think of the way that we interact with students in a difference. The mindfulness-based therapy has become something that's several teachers have embraced, and we've learned that through our partnerships with area mental health providers.
Archer Learning Center has developed a school-based program that operates in a collaborative sense as a team. They have connected to the two major providers for school-based therapy and have provided them space in their school. This is beneficial for families and students because it allows accessibility to mental health services for families who need it. The school-based counseling program starts with the school guidance counselor, who meets with the families and the students to help develop an individualized academic success plan. This plan is not just about academic success, it's about their whole being. The school guidance counselor will talk with the family and the student about barriers that may have kept that student from being successful at their previous school, and process what are the social, emotional, and mental health needs that the student and family may have. The school guidance counselor then leverages that relationship that they've created with the family and student to connect them with mental health services available on site in the school. Having a school-based counselor on site just means that therapy is accessible, affordable, and convenient for families. What this means is that when I worked there, I was able to meet with families before, during, or after school hours. Many of the families that they serve live within walking distance of the school. So being able to meet at the school, the fact that the administration shares their building with these two agencies just means that it is making mental health services tangible, accessible for families who really need it. The school guidance counselor works really hard to debunk myths of counseling and what it looks like for families who attend Archer ALE. This only continues to leverage the relationship that the school has built with the school-based counselor. Teachers and staff are all on board, and one of the things that I always marvel at with Archer ALE is their commitment to keeping students in school. Some students may struggle behaviorally with being in a setting like Archer ALE, and that's okay. The staff are committed to students being in school. And so what they do is they connect with a school-based mental health counselor to provide any ongoing services that the student may need at school, within their home, and any other community referrals that may be appropriate for the family and student. This just helps the student be able to maintain a positive relationship with the school and its administration so that the student himself can be successful. Overall, this program is really kind of leading the way in Northwest Arkansas of connecting mental health services and making it affordable, accessible, and convenient for families. And also creating a partnership that where even teachers feel safe to recommend or make a referral for a client to be in services. It's a teamwork, it is a collaborative effort to make sure that families are getting what they need and students are able to be successful. All in all, I'm really grateful that I've had the opportunity to serve in this program, and I know it will continue to flourish.
Some of our students have extenuating circumstances, and so we offer a virtual program to help meet their needs. Unlike traditional programs, we have a virtual assistant that documents how much time students are working and tracks their progress. Each week, she reaches out to each family to let them know what the student's progress is. In addition, we have several teachers that are assigned a number of virtual students, and they reach out to those students on a regular basis. They're also available each day for students if they need extra support. Some of the things that they do is they help motivate our students, they help to mentor those students, they help set goals and plans for our students, they schedule meetings. Sometimes students need face-to-face meetings, and so they work to schedule those. And they also provide interventions for students to make sure that they stay on track. Lastly, through our 21st Century program, we offer virtual opportunities for our students. If you'll look over here, this is our website. We offer tutoring. If you'll notice here, we offer morning tutoring from 7:30 to 8:30, and that's in person. Students can come in if they need that one-on-one support, or they can join by Zoom. That we also offer an afternoon from 4:30 to 5:30 Zoom, and that's also on site. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the evenings from 7 to 8, we offer tutoring services as well to help support those students. We currently offer school holiday programming hours as well to support our virtual students.
We are always thinking about how to best meet students' needs, but this year we obviously have some additional challenges with the pandemic. So we've thought a lot about how to maintain connections to people, even when they're not at school, how to make the content accessible and interesting to people, even if they're not at school, and how to welcome them back seamlessly on the days that they are there. Our school district has offered a blended learning model, so students are here 2, 3, or 5 days a week, depending on which schedule best meets their needs. So we really have to prepare and think about seeing students every day of the week or sometimes only twice. And we have to think about how to make the content accessible and engaging to them, even if they're not physically present at school. Yeah, so at the beginning of the year, we thought a lot about how to make content accessible to kids. We wanted to focus on making sure that they had the skills that they needed to be able to access our work online. So we thought a lot about the technology tools and then how we would roll those out and how students would be able to interact with them on-site and at home. So a lot of teachers used and explored new platforms, new technologies. We had some professional development around different resources that are out there already, content that we can use and adapt for our own classes, whether it's Newsella or quizzes or Edpuzzle. We've explored online discussion platforms. How can we get students connecting and communicating with each other and with us, even if they're not physically together. And then we've also thought about how do we want to present our lessons. So a lot of teachers are using Google Classroom to give their give their content to their kids. A lot of teachers are using an agenda slide where all the work for the day is in one accessible place. My co-teacher and I have made for our class a website, and that's where we house all of our content. Looking for silver linings, one of the great things about this year is in some ways we're all new, we're all facing a new situation. So I've noticed that everyone's pretty willing and open to sharing any resources that they've had, that they developed, that has worked in their class. So I do feel like there has been a stronger sort of collaborative environment or vibe over this last year, because everyone is just needing anything that they can get from anybody and willing to share, and kind of this whole new way of working together has broken open a little bit this year. We also have a PLC model at our school, so twice a week we are getting together within our department or across departments to take a look at our lesson planning. What does it look like to lesson plan in the situation that we're in right now? What is it that students need? What is it that they respond to? So we're taking a look at the work we're doing, the work we're getting back from students, sharing ideas on how to connect. The social emotional piece has been really important this year. How do people stay connected to each other, especially after the distance that we experienced at the end of last school year? It's hard to find bright spots in the middle of a pandemic, but I do think that the way that this year has opened us to try new things, to talking amongst each other more intensely, and to thinking about what students need most, and prioritizing both the academics and the connections and emotional needs of students together has been a really important development in the way that we've been working together this school year.
I hope you enjoyed your time here in Arkansas. Thank you so much for visiting our school. I hope you're able to use some of the things that we shared about leadership, staffing PD, counseling, and digital and virtual education that will help your program grow. Feel free to come visit us anytime here in Arkansas. Love for you to come and see our school in person. We thank you so much for joining in, and enjoy the rest of this video series where you can see some of the great things happening across our country.